Most men pray to be seen. I prayed to be strengthened. There were no witnesses to my discipline, only the weight of it. No one counted the wounds. No one measured the nights. The easiest lie is the one told in the dark. The world forgot I existed. I made sure of it. My name is Aurelian, and this is how I survived. People ask why I prefer the solitude of ruins over the noise of the crowd. Because the crowd demands a version of you that is easy to digest. Solitude demands the truth. I chose the ash because steel is only born in the heat. The world sees a warrior, but they didn't see the man who had to die to make him.
Before the wars began, I had already won the greatest battle. I wasn't born with this iron in my blood. I was born soft, complacent, expecting the world to be kind. But kindness is a luxury for the protected. So I walked away from the light of the fire.
My first year was spent learning to breathe through the pain. My second year, I learned that the body is a liar. It tells you to stop. It tells you that you've done enough. I learned to stop listening to the vessel. I started listening to the will. Pain is just information. It tells you where the weakness is. And once you find the weakness, you burn it out. I spent seasons in silence, talking only to the wind. Loneliness is a poison to some. To me, it was a filter. It filtered out the noise, the ego, the need for approval. I became my own master, my own priest, my own executioner. I didn't want a comfortable life. I wanted an undeniable one. Then the seasons stopped changing, and the sky turned red. The world has a way of breaking at the seams. The peace they all loved was a glass floor, and someone finally dropped the hammer. They cried out for heroes. They cried out for the very men they had ignored. But heroes are a myth. There are only those who prepared and those who didn't. I walked back into the world not to save it, but to test what I had built. The mud of the battlefield felt no different than the mud of my training. The weight of the sword felt like an old friend. I saw men with better armor fall because their hearts were brittle. They had trained for the parade. I had trained for the pit. When the first monster stepped out of the dark, I didn't feel fear. I felt curiosity. Is this all the world has to offer? Is this the end they feared? I realized then that my solitude had made me something other than human. I became the wall that the tide couldn't break. I wasn't fighting for a kingdom. I was fighting for the psalm of iron, the belief that one man, tempered in the dark, can hold back the night. I didn't rise to the moment. I was already shaped by it. The world demanded strength, and I had a surplus. Now you know my name, and you know my path, but your story hasn't been written in the iron yet. You seek the crowd because you fear the silence, but it is in the silence that you will find the man you were meant to be. Do not pray for easy lives. Pray for the strength to endure difficult ones. The world is going to break again. It always does. Will you be the glass, or will you be the hammer? Join me here in the ruins. I will show you how to forge yourself. We will count the wounds together. We will measure the nights. The world will never applaud the nights that made you dangerous, but it will kneel when the day comes. My name is Aurelian. This is the Iron Psalm.